The Salvation Army and Kroc Center of Augusta always hosts a diverse range of elements and events every month, as well as conducting donation drives, enabling them to offer many opportunities for both community, for fun and service. This week, in the foreseeable future, their focus is going to be hurricane relief for those in need here in the CSRA.
This morning, we're joined again by Major Jonathan Raymer, the area commander for the Salvation Army of Augusta, with more details about the emergency relief efforts the organization is providing.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the service that you and your team here are doing with all the information you're giving out. Vital stuff. So thank you for what you're doing.
We're here to serve, just like you.
We wouldn't have the information to give out if it wasn't for organizations
gentlemen like you.
Exactly.
No, God is good.
Well, starting off, there's a bit of confusion concerning where people need to go for shelter.
Sure. So our shelter, which is on the Center of Hope, on the Center of Hope on Green Street, that is up and running. You can go there and get shelter if you need it. We are serving food there as well. It is running normally as it has always run, and so that continues to run that way. The Kroc Center we are not going to be using as a shelter, and then that's for a good reason, but currently we're not using that as and don't have plans to use the Kroc Center as a shelter.
Now, the current status of the Center of Hope, you are not at capacity. There is still room.
There is still some room there. There's still some room, and we do with our soup kitchen there and the lines that we have. We serve not only those staying in the shelter, but if you can get over there, we also serve food to those who aren't residents or clients of the Center of Hope.
Okay. You mentioned the Kroc Center currently not being open. Obviously, all events and classes are canceled. Why is that?
Well, the big reason why is we've got the National Guard. The National Guard is using the Kroc Center as their staging point to do all of the different things that they are doing. Very grateful to have the National Guard here and helping, and so that is why, a big reason why is the National Guard is there, as well as we are using the kitchen there to produce. We normally, in a normal, we serve about 200 meals a day. With the hurricane coming through, we now yesterday jumped up to just over 700 meals that we have served. Some through the Kroc Center there, some in our disaster services. We have a mobile canteen. We have another mobile canteen actually coming in from Atlanta, and so we will actually have two mobile canteens running today, one going to the hub, and then another one will be kind of going through neighborhoods trying to get people some food.
And that hub, by the way, again, at 631 Chaffee Avenue, if you're trying to find that.
And how else is the Kroc and Salvation Army assisting with relief efforts in the area? Yeah,
so we have those things. We have some water as well. We also have, we're opening I know there are a number of people who are working at the hospitals, nurses and things, and so we will be opening that up for those to be able to come over and get showers. Again, it's so grateful. I was just continually thinking about how grateful it is. Even the grocers and the gas station attendants and just, we live in a great community. Right. That just jumps in, and there's hope. There is just so much hope. I'm so grateful to be here and just to be a part of that.
You mentioned that we were speaking to each other yesterday morning, and you were just about to go into meetings to set this up. And right before we came on, the fact that you could set all of this up within 24 hours is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So just going in that real quick. So we had church Sunday at the Kroc. When we finished church, the power at the Kroc came back on. Immediately when we finished church, it came back on. A couple hours later, we were actually able to get an order of food in to be able to start serving, having a number of my staff be able to come in so that we can actually get that out, and all of the different pieces that you don't think about that go into that. Like, it's all a God thing, and how he kind of lined that up. And we're just grateful to be able to use that. I told my team yesterday, we don't want to waste the blessing that God has bestowed on us. So we want to continue to pass that blessing on to others because we're neighbors. We're in a community together, and if we're not going to help each other out, who is?
Exactly. Well said.
And when it comes to kind of disasters like this, what does the Salvation Army kind of do year round in case these things pop up?
Yeah, so we have one here, but there are several maintained throughout the state of Georgia that are our disaster units, that are mobile canteen units. Some of them are like to the level you would think of a food truck. The one we have here local is more like a catering truck, so we can't cook on it, but we can put stuff on it. So that's maintained throughout the year. We have at our divisional headquarters, which is in Atlanta, people who are, that is what they do. They help with getting this kind of stuff mobilized, which is why we have another disaster unit coming here from Atlanta to help support the area here. So it's a consistent thing because, you know, we natural disasters happen, and we're grateful that we are able to provide hope. And on every one of those, I love one of the things the Salvation Army puts on the back of almost all of those is hope is on the way. That's what we want to deliver. Exactly. We want to deliver hope because it's not hopeless. There is so much hope.
Major Raymer, for the best way for those in need to find out where they need to go with electricity being spotty, cell phone coverage being spotty, what's the best way that people can find out?
Sure. If you follow us on our social media, certainly Facebook, if you SalvationArmyAugusta.org, another good spot there is those are the best places you can find information that we will be consistently putting out, as well as, hey, we're out of food, hopefully we're able to bring some more tomorrow, that kind of thing.
Okay. Great. Major Jonathan Raymer at Salvation Army, thank you so much for joining us, and thanks for everything that you're doing for the public here this week.
Thank you.